Hey guys, and welcome to another boot review from Chris's Footy Kicks. I know there's been a few people waiting for this review, so yeah, I'm finally bringing it after a lot of playing and thinking about how I wanted to come across with this review. So the review is, of course, for the DS Lite X-Fly Pro 3 in this nice kind of pearlescent white and a nice blue colorway here. So let's get into it and see what we've got to say about this one. Okay guys, so first and foremost, let's get the formalities out of the way. This being obviously a Japanese boot from Asics with their silky wrap, which is a synthetic leather upper. I got these in my usual, I came down to a size UK 8, which is a 27 centimeters, I think it is. Yeah, 27 centimeters. I knew it wasn't a proper leather, so I was kind of hoping that it would give or fit. I've been told from various different people that it runs slightly long, so it actually was a good idea to go down to that 27 centimeters, as I do with most of my leather boots. So yeah, if you are looking to get a pair of these and you like that snug comfort fit, definitely go down half a size. The boot itself, as I said, is made of a synthetic leather, which, as you can see, is super soft. It's quite padded. It's quite thick on the forefoot here. And then obviously to the midfoot, the lateral sides, you've obviously got a synthetic upper. The sole plate is fairly responsive, which was nice. I'm not sure what this kind of rainbow effect colorway is supposed to do down here, but I'm guessing it gives kind of some stability to the boot, which it did pretty well. As I say, you've got some nice snapback in there. It's kind of like, if you look at it, it puts you on your toes, which is nice. And then you've got this kind of, it's hard to say, you don't have an external heel counter, it's an internal heel counter, but for some reason it kind of puts you up and makes you go onto your toes, which I found really nice. Stud wise, obviously nice conical round studs. Didn't have an issue with these at all, unlike the TLSS's, which was obviously a multi-ground. This is obviously a firm ground, but I guess you could get away with using this obviously on turf as well because of the conical studs. They're not overly long. I played on a couple of nice pitches. I played on one pitch that was particularly hard, but I didn't get any stud pressure at all from that. So that was pleasant. I went with the usual runner's knot that I normally do, just to give that extra bit of lockdown. So yeah, overall, quite a nice package of a boot. Definitely a bit of snapback there, some good stability in the midfoot. And then, as I say, it puts you kind of on your toes with this raised heel area, which was nice. Yeah, so overall, build quality, durability, pretty nice. You've obviously got one rivet in the toe box here. So yeah, not bad at all. So the upper, I want to talk about this upper. So it's quite padded, and obviously it's not real leather. So what are my thoughts on this synthetic leather upper, this silky wrap? So this is obviously Asics' name for their synthetic upper, silky wrap. I obviously had the DS5 X Pro Limited, which again was a synthetic upper, which was really nice. This does take it one step further. This is definitely nicer than that. So the silky wrap is definitely nicer than the 5 Limited, which obviously was a synthetic upper. Normally the 5 comes in leather. Yeah, this upper, nice. Definitely comfortable. I didn't get any hot spots, no sort of bad areas at all, no rubbing or anything like that, which was great. Touch on the ball was okay. I think it's just a little bit too padded, if I'm honest, for me, maybe. I do like, obviously, a padded boot, but obviously normally that's in proper leather, and I'm not sure this really delivers on that 100% leather feeling with the touch on the ball. Very, very close, don't get me wrong. So if you do want a leather boot, a synthetic boot, it's very, very close, very close. Am I disappointed? Not really. Am I excited by it? Again, not really. It was kind of in the middle. It was nice. Yeah, just even though it was broken, it's broken in quite nicely. It's obviously soft and pliable. I just think it's just a little touch too thick for my liking, unfortunately. Heel area, nice and padded with this suede liner. Didn't have any issues with the heel whatsoever. And obviously with that runner's loop, it definitely locks it in. Again, coming back to the upper here, Asics with these double lace holes, really nice. I really like that idea. Although that does bring me on to one negative. Even though it had these double lace holes, when I did my runner's loop, somehow, and I don't know how, because obviously this tongue is suede and it should be gripping to the socks. After about 20 minutes, the tongue managed to slide down into the boot and then basically was poking out really kind of uncomfortably. I don't know how it did that. It happened on both of the boots. So then I had to stop mid-game, undo the runner's loop, sort the tongue out, pull it back up, and then retie it. And it was okay for the rest of the game, which was okay. But yeah, initially, I don't know what caused that, why it did that. So that was a little bit of a negative for me. I like my tongues. I didn't get that on the 5 limited, that they stayed in place 100% of the time. So that was a little bit of a negative for me, unfortunately. So yeah, just be aware of that. It may have just been me, may not be everyone. Don't know if it happens to everyone else. Maybe you can put a comment in the comments below, just whether or not you've come across the same sort of issue. But yeah, it definitely creased up and then it ended up poking out around about here, kind of ended up like this, which was really uncomfortable. And as I said, I had to stop and then sort it out on both boots. So that's probably one negative I have. The insole, I'm just going to pull this insole out just to give you a look at the insole. Nothing super special, but it's quite thick, which is quite nice. Maybe that's why I didn't get much stud pressure. It's perforated at the bottom there, but the perforations don't go through the top. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to achieve. But all in all, yeah, a nice, comfortable insole, nice and thick. It looks like it's going to last a while. So yeah, not too bad at all on that. So yeah, that's what we kind of a few negative or one negative there. But mostly positives, I've got to be honest. So that'll lead us into our final thoughts. So what are my thoughts or my final thoughts on the Asics DS X-Fly Pro 3? I know James from the Boot Wizard has commented on or chatted to me about this and what I had to say. I think he's probably waiting. So go check his channel out. Awesome guy. Love his channel to bits. And if you do get a chance, follow the Bootcast podcast on a Friday afternoon, or Friday evening. It's 11 o'clock UK time, I think it is, and it works out to about 3 o'clock California time. So final thoughts with this boot. I can't be 100% negative about it. There are some negative points: the tongue, the thickness of the leather at the front, the lack of real feel to it, because I think it is a synthetic. Maybe if I was to play in this boot a lot more, it may soften up more. It did soften up, and the touch is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. But again, it doesn't give you that really wholehearted, nice touch on the ball, or not for me anyway. Durability, I think this boot is going to last for a long time, 100%. So yeah, if you are thinking of getting this boot, I definitely think it's a boot to last. Could you wear it on AG and turf? I don't see why not. You've got a couple of kind of like triangular studs at the front there, but the majority of them are conical. So yeah, I'd be comfortable wearing these on turf without a doubt. The tongue issue for me, that put me off a lot, just because I like to feel that once I put a boot on and I tie it tight, that nothing's going to move. My foot's not going to slip. The tongue's not going to move. Maybe that was just my foot. I don't know. That was a little bit of a mark down for me. The laces, terrible laces. I don't know what it is with Japanese boots and these terrible laces. The insole, nice. Lockdown, as I say, lockdown was great, but just that tongue moved. I don't know why. So yeah, overall, guys, good boot. You can pick this boot up probably from Tokyo Football. There's companies on eBay from Japanese companies selling them on eBay for in and around sort of like $150 to $190, brand new. So good price, good value for money, definitely. If you're into a synthetic boot, again, worth a shout. Definitely, if you want to go down half a size for that really snug fit, I would definitely suggest doing that. Other than that, go true to size. It's not going to make a massive difference. I like my boots nice and snug, both leather and synthetics. So it's entirely up to you. But other than that, guys, final thoughts on this Asics boot. It's not a bad boot. I would say that the upper is definitely better than the limited, but it's not perfect. It does have a couple of flaws there. Maybe, as I said, after a bit more of an extended wear, they may have ironed out that tongue. That really did put me off. The comfort, overall comfort, the insole, the comfort, the lockdown, the upper, all fairly good. So yeah, all in all, guys, not a bad boot at all. It could probably do with a few minor tweaks just to make it that little bit better. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching the review. I'll catch up with you soon. We've got some more boots, obviously, to get out there. We are playing again on Friday evening. And I hope to have on foot the Morelia 40th in the ruby red. So I'm hoping to get that out on feet. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Smash a like. Please follow. I'm 12 people away now from 500 followers. So real big push for that. That'd be great. But thanks for watching, guys. And I'll catch you all soon.